Discarding of New Age Items. This video is titled I Let It All Go, Discarding of New Age Items. This video is about letting go of those New Age items, also known as discarding, and what that looked like for me. In this video, I'll go into more detail about the types of items that I discarded of so that it becomes clear to you what actually are New Age items as well. This video was created to help anyone who might be in a similar place where they've just come out of New Age and they've got like a heap of items and they're not sure what to do. So let's list the items that I had. So I had boxes. I'd recently moved, but I had boxes, uh, and those boxes were filled with different items. So in those boxes were crystals. There were feng shui related items like money trees, ribbons, bells. Also in the boxes were books. So self-help books, law of attraction books, notes from courses, coaching programs. So if you come out of New Age coaching, it's likely that you have a number of course materials that need to be discarded. Perhaps you've printed them out. If you have, then I recommend that you rip them up and discard of them. If it's electronic, then that obviously looks different and that's deleting those. Also, what I had in boxes was tarot and oracle cards as well. And I remember ripping those up, cutting those contracts with those demonic forces. There was also certificates, modality certificates from the Reiki. So I cut those up as well, cutting those legal contracts. There were also certificates from when I'd had like angel card readings. I cut them all up and discarded of them. There was also journals where I'd been writing down what I thought was helpful information, but it wasn't at all. It was demonic writing, which is often called automatic writing. I had journals full of affirmations, books and books of them. I discarded of all of those. And in the manifesting New Age coaching, it's filled with all these statements, I am statements that are just, I say simply wrong and outside of God. It's not to say the Bible doesn't have information and scriptures about who we are, but in this context, it's completely different and it's not actually correct. So I just wanted to go into more detail about the New Age items that I had. There was also Dreamcatcher. I remember being given that as a gift and I got rid of that. So that's like those round circles with the ribbons. You might see them hanging on people's cars, as in on their, I see them a lot at times, on the rear vision mirror inside a person's vehicle. I'm not saying that every vehicle does, but if you've seen those round circles with like little ribbons on it, that's what they are. So I would strongly recommend that you remove those because of the origins. All of these items have origins that are simply, I say, demonic. They're outside of God. So their origins, yeah, they're not biblical. Their origins are rooted in pagan practices. They're rooted in witchcraft, divination, sorcery, occult practices. And so having any of these items in your home, get rid of them. Of all those items, when I look back, there was so much that I discarded. There's also statues, Buddha statues I discarded of as well. I think I even had one from years ago that a friend had given me. I discarded of all of them. I'm just reflecting back now, even like Wonder Woman, I got rid of that. Someone had given me as a gift. I got rid of that. And so all up, like it didn't happen all at once, but there would have been equivalent to about 10 to 15 trash bins of items that I discarded of over time. And so that's just a bit more detail about discarding of the items. You may throw them in the trash. If you have the facilities, you may burn items. I didn't where I was at the time, so it was simply about shredding stuff up, ripping paperwork up, and discarding of it in the bin in the trash. So, what they had represented, like I said, they're all rooted in practices such as witchcraft, divination, sorcery. The trickery is the deception is that these items are, well, they're idols, but these items are false gods, and these items are meant to bring prosperity, are meant to, increase favor, lucky charms, all of that. It's simply put, it's demonic. It's not of God. I would encourage you to remove those items, and I've shared with you what I did. So if that's helpful for you or someone that you know, uh, don't be discouraged by the volume. Just move through it and pray to God, and He will show you what needs to go when. Also, items that you may have forgotten about, or a piece of paper. I remember coming across a magazine that was a psychic magazine that I'd picked up at a op shop that was between a couple of books. So pray about it. Holy Spirit will show you where items are, even ones that you may have missed or forgotten about, who show you exactly what boxes they're in if you've got things in items. Maybe you've got items underneath your bed as well. So I would encourage you to look in different places, in cupboards and drawers, bookshelves, and even under your bed. So that's how I discarded of the items that I had. It was over a period of time, like many months, but just moving through that and discarding of items. And for me at that time, predominantly that was 2023, 2024, even beginning of 2025, because I moved out of where I was living in 2025. So I just, yeah, discarded of the items through putting them in the trash. But it was over a period of time. For you, it might be a lot quicker, but I'll just share that with you. And it breaks up the contracts, the spiritual contracts. So ripping up your modality certificates, that's a very strong indication. It's a public declaration in the spiritual realm that you're no longer part of that. So ripping them up is important, or burning them, because it's not just a piece of paper. There's a lot more, I say, traction to it. And yeah, you'll have such peace from it. You may experience, I say, some backlash. You may experience like headaches, feeling a bit foggy. I'd encourage you just to pray and make sure you drink some water as well, but pray to God about it. That fogginess or headaches, there were times as I reflect back now that I had some strong headaches and wondered what that was about. I can clearly recognize that now as a form of spiritual warfare. I didn't understand what spiritual warfare was. At that time, I didn't even know that there was a clear definition of it. So, what you may experience is spiritual warfare as you're cutting up contracts in the spiritual realm. You're cutting up legal rights and legal action, as in access. So, I share that with you, tell you that just to be clear that, yeah, if you do experience that, that can happen. It's not something that people necessarily talk a lot about online, but it's certainly something that I've spoken to with people that I say, discipled, mentored behind the scenes, freely, as in, a friend had reached out to me, and I'll link the video below of what discipleship looked like. But she had lots of questions about what to do with the items, and I, answered those by telling her what I did, uh, questioning some things as well, like as a prompt, but not to correct someone, more just to encourage that sort of reflection of, okay, what do I need to do? Because what can be a hindrance for some people, and this is certainly something that it briefly came up when I was discipling my friend, but it's something that's come up in other conversations, is that there's been a lot of money spent on these items, as in a dollar value. And so for some people, it can be really hard to cut that tie because of the amount of money spent, say, for example, on crystals, on books, course programs. But recognizing that you just need to discard of them, like knowing what you know now, it's not like you'd give them to someone as a gift because you know the spiritual realm, you understand the spiritual ramifications. So it's not like you're going to go and give someone these items. So simply put, they need to be discarded, whether that's ripped up, thrown in the trash, bin as we call it in Australia, or burnt. Like they just need to go. It can be, confronting to hear that, but you just need to part ways with that. So that's a, a video with regards to discarding of New Age items, what I did. And I'm just so thankful and grateful to the Lord for rescuing me out of all of that deception. I give him all the glory, all the honor and praise. And I would encourage you, to share this video if it's been helpful to you. You know someone that would benefit from it, by all means, share this. Thank you for listening. And if you made it to the end, comment discard.